Now let us start with the new part on page number 4. Only her name and address, admitted the caller. Now only her name. Here now caller over here is Nuttall, who wants to meet Mrs. Sappleton. He went to call Mrs. Sappleton, so he is said to be a caller. So Mr. Nuttall admits that he knows nothing about aunt apart from her name and address. She is completely a stranger. He knows only her name and address. He was wondering whether Mrs. Sappleton was in the married or widowed state. Something about the room seemed to suggest masculine habitation. Now, as he was sitting and waiting for Mrs. Sappleton, many thoughts flashed in his mind. Because Sappleton was stranger for him, so he wondered, sitting there, whether Mrs. Sappleton is a married lady or a widow. And when he observes the organization of the room, the setting of the room, the way the things were set, he guessed about a masculine habitation. A masculine habitation means that few men might be residing in this house. A great tragedy happened just 3 years ago, said the child. That would be since your sister's time. Now Veera has started weaving an imaginary story to fool Nuttall. So she says that one great tragedy happened with Mrs. Sappleton 3 years ago, and 4 years ago Mr. Nuttall's sister also used to stay here in this village. So she tells further that it would be since Mr. Nuttall's sister's time. Her tragedy asked Frampton. Somehow in this restful country, spot tragedies seem out of place. Now he gets surprised. Her tragedy, he gets surprised, wondering how it is possible to happen a tragedy in such a restful village like this. And he thinks that tragedy in this village seemed out of imagination. You may wonder why we keep that window wide open on an October afternoon, said the niece, pointing to a large French window that opened onto a lawn. Then Veera further adds that Nuttall might be wondering why this window is kept open during the October afternoon, and she points the window which was kept open. It is quite warm for the time of the year, said Frampton. But has that window got anything to do with the tragedy? Now Nuttall replies to Veera that yes, October is warm enough to keep this window open. Then he further asks that does window got anything to do with the tragedy? Out through that window 3 years ago to a day, her husband and her 2 young brothers went off for their day's shooting. Now Veera is weaving a story and tells him that Mr. Sappleton's husband and her 2 brothers went off through the same window for hunting or shooting. Hunting or shooting. Shooting here is hunting. And now see the extent of fooling. She tells him that these 3 of them went out of the house through the window. It is so unusual to see that the people of this house goes out of the house through the window. They never came back. In crossing the moor to their favorite snipe shooting ground, they were all 3 engulfed in a treacherous piece of bog. Now, what exactly this means? She says that they never came back. They means Sappleton's husband and her 2 brothers. They never came back when they were crossing the moor. Now, moor means an open, uncultivated land or a wild land where people are rarely seen. So when they were crossing moor, they come across the bog or a slimy ground over which they steps unknowingly and were drowned in that bog. Now, what this bog means? Bog is nothing but it is slimy or muddy ground. Here before, as we have seen that if we step over it, we may get drowned in that. Now let us read the further part. It had been that dreadful wet summer, and the places that were safe in other years gave way suddenly without warning. Their bodies were never found. So here she says that it was dreadful wet summer, and the place which was safe during other times suddenly turns to be unsafe during this summer without warning. She adds that their bodies were not yet recovered. That was the dreadful part of it. Here the child's voice lost its confident note and become human. Poor aunt always thinks that they will come back someday, and they and the little brown spaniel that was lost with them and walk in at that window just as they used to do. That is why the window is kept open every evening till it is quite dusk. That was dreadful part of it, that their bodies are not recovered so far. And saying that, Veera even changes her tone, showing that she has turned to be very emotional. So she says, poor aunt always thinks that one day they all along with their dog, the name of the dog is Brown Spaniel. So along with their dog will return back and walk in through the same window. Just imagine somebody is walking through the same window back to the home. So window is kept open till it turns dark, and she is giving the reason that is why the window is kept open till it turns completely dark. So she went on weaving the story, and the Nuttle went on falling for it. Poor dear aunt. She has often told me how they went out, her husband with his white waterproof coat over his arm, and Ronnie, her youngest brother, singing Bertie, why do you bound, as he always did to tease her, because she said it got on her nerves. Do you know, sometimes on still quiet evening like this, I almost get a creepy feeling that they will all walk in through that window. So she says that poor aunt told her how they all went out. Her husband was carrying white waterproof coat over his arm, and Ronnie, her youngest brother, always used to sing a song, Bertie, why do you bound? Now here bound means behave badly. So here Ronnie used to sing this song, just the song that is Bertie, why do you behave badly, just to tease his sister. Who is his sister over here? She is Mrs. Sappleton. And she adds that sometimes on still quiet evening like this, she almost get a creepy feeling that they will definitely walk in through that window one day. Thus she adds a horror in the conversation. So next day, tomorrow, we will take the rest of the part of the chapter. Till then, try to read the further part of the chapter.